What's up YouTube, Little Candy Gamer here. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on shading with shadows and highlights in Procreate. So far I've made two other tutorials. One is about line art and one is about the flat color. I noticed in the last video that the screen wasn't really showing up the way that it should be. In real life it is more of a neon bright limey green. But I don't know why it wasn't showing up. So if my hands look really pink, it's just because I turned up the saturation in the video to try and show that green a little bit more. So now we're going to be using clipping masks. I'm going to teach you guys how to use clipping masks because that is my favorite thing at the moment. So I actually, when I first started coloring stuff like this, I wasn't using enough layers, I don't think. But the way that I do it normally, I'm just going to dive right in because it'll be a lot easier if I show you rather than explaining to you. So I may end up having to merge all these. I might have to merge some of these green layers together. So I'm going to show you how to make clipping masks. Sorry for all that fiddling around, I just hadn't set everything up properly, so that's fine. So how you make a clipping mask, I was really confused about this when I watched other people do it because they always just did it too quickly and I had no idea what they were doing. So you need to add a layer. The layer needs to be above the layer that you want to draw on. So that was the bit that confused me. I was putting it like below it and I was like, why isn't this working? And it makes sense why you put it above it because that's the layer. This is going to be the layer that we're working on. So you just select clipping mask and it's only going to draw within the lines of this layer now. So that's all good. And so what I've kind of been doing lately is using some funkier colours for shadows and highlights. I probably won't use any funky colours for the shadows of this piece. I was thinking we could actually do some darker shadows and it could be cool. So my favourite brush to use for shading is called, so it's from Essential Max Pack, which you can get on Gumtree. And I'm just gonna add another layer and show you guys. So the pack is called, it's not good for writing apparently. Essential Max Pack is what this is called. And the shader, if you turn it up a bit, it's just a square. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like a fuzzy sort of square. But definitely try it even if you can't see it too well on this video. So get rid of that layer. And we're going to work on the one with the clipping mask on it. So I think it's just this part. So let's see what's selected. So it's all through here, the tail and the leg. And first things first is I'm going to decide where my light source is. And I'm just going to show you guys, I wouldn't normally do this, but this is to teach you about light sources. So I'm going to imagine that there's a torch up here, or a spotlight, and it is shining down on my guy like this. And that means that shadows will come in from up here. They'll go underneath because there's a light shining on top of everything. So I deselected my color, but I wanted like a dark green. So go back to the clipping layer. So that's our torch. It's very well drawn. sort of torch, so it's shining on his face there and down on him like that. So shadows will be underneath him. That needs to be bigger. And you can zoom in. Just remember where the light's coming from. And now it's too big for what I want. So you can shrink the brush. And I'm just going in very roughly here. Like so. Because I'm just going to smudge this. So this is the smudge tool up here. And I usually use it on a soft brush, and you can change the size over here like you do with a brush. And I'm just going to go in very lightly. Turn it down, and I'm just smoothing out the edges there, see? I just don't want it to look very, very rough. I still do like a little bit of a painterly effect. I might even go in a bit bigger there. And if I smudge it too much and I make the whole thing dark, that's okay. Because I can go back in with an eraser on the soft brush and just pop some of those little highlights back in there, or mid-tones rather. See what I mean? And you want to do that everywhere. I've gone over the line there, so I'm just going to erase that. And so on our next panel, we're thinking about where this light source is coming from. It's coming from up here. So the shadow is going to be like this. So we turn that up. You can just slowly sort of build the colours up a little bit, which should help with blending a little bit in there. So right at the edge I'm going to make it dark, but then at the end I'll add a little reflective light that comes up from underneath. I'm going to erase the bit that's gone over there. Oops, too much erasing. And we're going to gently smudge that. And there we have it, that's how you add in the shadows. So because this video went so long, it took me about an hour to do the shadows, and I still have to do a couple of the parts on the red. I will do those, and then I will make the next video about the highlights. Okay, so that's about it for today. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. If you would like to like, comment and subscribe, it would really help out my channel. Thank you for watching Little Candy Gamer, and I will see you next time.